temperatures in the upper 80s, possibly into 90. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Larry.
Hot bees, you over there?
Good, good, good. Wunderbar. How are you?
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
I could go for a Wunderbar right about now. Oh, no, I'll need a Wunderbar about 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, there you go.
Those energy bars, I'm thinking I'm needing them lately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like drained of all my energy.
I know. It's like...
Not right now. Right now I'm hopping. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Let's see, what are we doing? It's 7:35 to 8. We're going to have news and commentary. Yesterday we had Dr. Ben Carson on. I would like to hear some of your thoughts on him. Maybe some of you went to see him down in the Villages yesterday, or perhaps drove to Kissimmee. Either way, he is, for the second time in 2 weeks, the top Republican presidential candidate of, I guess technically he's not a candidate yet, but, candidate wannabe.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned to him yesterday, he's the only one we know that's actually been nominated in the truest definition of the word nominate. So.
Yes. For sure.
I also want to talk about the story about the KKK list that included the mayor of Ocala, which is absurd.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Whoever that is. And by the way, there's a group called Anonymous. And you know this group. They've got that crazy looking mask.
Oh, it's a group. It's not a person.
Well, no.
Anonymous.
Let me finish.
Okay.
There's a group who calls themselves Anonymous.
Okay.
It could be a person, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But the Anonymous that is associated with this story about the KKK list is not the Anonymous.
Oh.
And the Anonymous says, we have nothing to do with that list. Our list is coming out Thursday.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So they've got a list coming out in 2 days.
We should have them on.
Of all the... No. No. If your name is Anonymous, then stay anonymous, would you?
Oh, there you go.
You know, we put ourselves on the line every single day expressing our opinion. They can't express their opinion without showing their face.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's true.
So anyway, so they dragged the mayor into this thing. The mayor's a good guy. Come on, politics aside, there's no way. I mean, there's no way that a guy who supports, who shows up at a Jewish event wearing a yarmulke.
That's right.
Is with the KKK. There's no way that a guy, Mayor Kent Gwynn, who shows up to support the anti-bullying campaigns, which had a lot of every race involved. There's no way he'd be part of any of that. And P.S., the bully of all bullies is whoever this Anonymous is, although this Anonymous is not the other Anonymous. And whoever this guy is says, yeah, I'm not him. I'm just calling myself Anonymous. I'm using the word with a lowercase a, Anonymous.
Yes.
I'm not anonymous, like it's a name. So we'll talk about that too. Don't call right now. We'll do it at 11:30. I mean 7:35.
Yeah, that's the time.
7:35. Bill Cosby's also in the news this morning. We'll talk about that and get some opinions on that and some of the other things in the news too. Just some talking points. At 8:35, that's when we kind of talk about the same exact news I was just talking about, except the difference is we don't offer our opinion. We simply read the news from the news agencies that we subscribe to, and we delete, yes, the lengthier parts of it. In other words, we just read the first few paragraphs. We don't really delete anything.
No.
But we will direct you to the website if you want to read the whole thing for you. It's called News Bites. I guess you know what that is. Carol Ann Baldwin always brightens the studio every Tuesday. She is a master gardener. She'll be in here to answer your questions about your lawns and your garden. Boy, I was a gardener this past weekend.
Oh, yeah. You were really under the plants and over the plants and inside the plants.
I was hearing Carol Ann Baldwin's head in my head. I was hearing her voice in my head.
Yeah.
The whole time I was cutting things.
Yeah. You did a great job, too.
You think?
I think so. I think it looks nice.
Delia Ephron is coming on. She's been on before, first of all. She's a very well-known author. I'm sure many of you are fans of Delia. She is also a screenwriter. She wrote The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. You probably have seen that movie with Meryl Streep in it. She wrote the movie Michael, which is the John Travolta movie where he's an angel, right?
Yep.
Hanging Up is another screenplay she wrote with Diane Keaton, Meg Ryan, Lisa Kudrow, and Walter Matthau, and it goes on and on and on. She's a humorist.
You've Got Mail
essayist.
with her sister, yep.
And the sister is the lady who died, right?
Yes,
yeah. Nora. And we've had Nora on also.
Yes, we have.
I can't remember the story, though. How did Nora die? I think I made this mistake last time with Delia.
I can't recall.
Yeah, last time she was on, I was, not remembering. I knew that Nora had passed, but I couldn't remember how. But anyway, so Delia is coming out to talk about her new book. It's called Do I Have to Say Hello? Aunt Delia's Manners Quiz for Kids and Their Grown-Ups. This is different than any book I've ever seen from her before.
It is. It's for young people.
It's kind of funny.
Yes, it is.
Damage control today. Joe Reckel will be here at 10:35. He will talk about whatever it is that you're trying to do to fix your home up. Maybe you've got a leaky valve somewhere.
Yeah.
Karen Perry at 11:05. Karen lost her 3 young children and their father in a plane crash on Thanksgiving evening in 2011. Whew, that's a sad piece of news right there.
Yeah. She wasn't with them.
They crashed. Yeah. They crashed. Their airplane crashed into a mountain in Arizona, and the mountain's name is Superstition Mountain.
Yes.
A pilot and former flight attendant are among Karen's credentials. So she's a pilot. Wow.
Yep, she's a pilot too. She worked for a major airline.
She's written a book called Angels 3, The Karen Perry Story. One woman finds her way back from the ultimate loss. She didn't write it? Oh, Landon Napoleon wrote it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Karen's story, but Landon Napoleon wrote it. And she's talking to us about why we should be thankful this Thanksgiving. It's a really good topic.
Yes.
Fun with Joe today. Today's the 3rd day of November, and I haven't done it the first. Well, first was a Sunday. Couldn't do it. Yesterday I had something else in mind. So I have the. I do this usually once or twice a month. The November in History questions.
Okay.
I would tell you the date, the date, November 1st, and whatever the year is. I'll tell you a little clue, and you tell me what major historical event happened on that day.
Okay. Excellent.
All right. That's part of what we're going to do right there. Today is National Housewives Day.
Really?
And it's National Sandwich Day.
Ooh, okay.
So go give your favorite housewife a sandwich.
Okay.
And speaking of sandwiches, when we speak to Galen Unold from Life South today,
it's no shame to be a housewife.
Absolutely.
No shame.
Or a house husband.
Exactly. Or a house husband. You got to give them all credit. They're raising the children, both genders.
I have here the best sandwich shops in Ocala.
Oh, cool.
According to Yelp.
Okay.
According to Yelp. Now, Yelp is people with little apps on their phones, right?
Yes.
And they say, ooh, this is my favorite sandwich shop. So I'll tell you the top 10 as of this morning.
Okay.
As of November 3rd, not October 3rd. I wrote October on here. But anyway, as of this morning, the top sandwich shops in Ocala.
Okay.
We should have some fun with that. Oh, here's a kind of a light story. If you own a Tesla car, you wake up in the morning and find out that you have a new car quite often. Did you know this? I mean, in essence, virtually a new car or figuratively a new car. Because what it does, you know how when you wake up in the morning and you turn on your computer and it'll say, oh, overnight we updated your software or whatever. Do you get that? You don't get that, do you? I can tell by your face.
No, because I've got a notebook.
And you don't use any apps?
No, you can't do anything.
Oh, you don't have any apps?
That on there.
So
you got apps, I guess, but there isn't anything like that. It's a Chromebook, so it's different than a regular laptop and stuff.
So I have, I think you could, but anyway, I have apps. Okay. I have apps on mine, and for example, the iMovie app that we use. Every once in a while, I'll turn on the computer, and it'll say, oh, iMovie has been upgraded.
Oh,
so you have some new features. You have some new features with your iMovie. You'll have some new features with, Skype. It'll say your Skype has been upgraded. You have some new features. Anyway, so the Tesla automobile updates its features throughout the night when your car is parked in the garage, and it sends it down from a satellite, and some new features are added to the Tesla. Good morning. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Home? Well, you okay? Yeah, good.
Yay.
So anyway, if you own a Tesla Model S, they have some cool new tricks that were downloaded to this car.
Nice.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It now has some technology embedded into the car that'll... Oh. You know what I'll do? I'll tell you on the other side.
Okay.
Wait till you hear what these cars can do.
Cool. I can't wait.
And they couldn't do them when the people first bought them. What happened is, they get new technology. It comes down from the satellite. It upgrades the car.
Yeah.
I'll tell you on the other side of the break. We'll take a little break and be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Milwaukee police say 2 officers patrolling on bicycles returned fire after they were shot at by 2 suspects last night.
They say their officers were not hurt, but 2 suspects were shot by those officers and taken to an area hospital. Jenna Sachs with Fox 6 TV in Milwaukee says the suspects are 17 years old. No word on their condition. President Obama taking a shot at GOP candidates last night, telling a crowd at a Democratic fundraiser he was surprised to hear Republican presidential candidates calling him weak on foreign policy.
It turns out they can't handle a bunch of CNBC moderators.
The president referring to the last GOP debate where CNBC moderators were attacked by the candidates for their line and tone of questions. Fox News, we report, you decide.
My name is Dale Pazinski. I'm 19 years old, and this is how I live united. I've always been kind of a computer geek, and I found a way to use those skills to help the homeless in my community. For people facing hard times, computer skills and a basic resume are so important. It may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in people's lives. So with United Way, I created a program where I work with the homeless. Together, we go through their whole job history, write a resume, and then save it on their very own USB drive. We provide workbooks and training certificates. I even budgeted for cupcakes so we can celebrate as a class when one of our people gets a job. That's huge. When somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." That's what living united feels like to me. My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Join R&D Tactical Solutions at Ocala Gun Range, Saturday, November 14th from 3 to 6 p.m. for the Star and Shield benefit in support of local law enforcement and the families of fallen disabled officers with bullseye shooting competition and more. Yes, it's open to the public. Proudly sponsored by R&D Tactical Solutions, WOCA Radio, Big Country Entertainment, and Black Bear Smokehouse, located in the Anthony Industrial Park next to the Supervisor of Elections. The Star and Shield benefit, Saturday, November 14th from 3 to 6 p.m.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today. Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll get it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Located next door to Silver Spring State Park and a few minutes from historic downtown Ocala, our award-winning Holiday Inn Express Hotel and Suites of Silver Springs is a place to stay for a friendly, memorable, and fun experience. Enjoy our fast and free Wi-Fi, complimentary hot breakfast, and free parking. Whether you're in town for work or play, our friendly staff will make you feel right at home. That's the Holiday Inn Express and Suites of Silver Springs, proud sponsor of Friday night Marion County High School football on WOCA, The Source.
We are The Source. WOCA. News, talk, sports, and more.
25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Nice looking Tuesday morning. Thank you for tuning in. And the temperatures look like they'll be around 90 degrees today. Right now, 71 degrees. Are you already used to the new time change? Are you settled in, Robin?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
takes me a day or two.
Pretty much, yeah.
It'll take a few days for the dogs. The dogs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dog's used to.
Still not used to it.
No.
All right, let's see. Friday, this coming Friday, there is a ribbon cutting I need to tell you about. It's at Webster University, which is right here on Highway 200. The address is 4414 Southwest College Road, also known as 200. They're in Suite 942. You take they're 3 miles west of I-75 in the Heathbrook Shopping Center, upstairs near Dillard's. Mm-hmm. That's where the ribbon cutting will be.
That's where their college is.
Celebrating the institution's 100th anniversary with a party.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Join them for food, fun, prizes, an appearance from the mascot, the Gorlock, and a walk down memory lane that celebrates the campus locations around the world. So there you go, Webster University's ribbon cutting. If you have a business or an organization and you would like to be included in on these ribbon cuttings and the announcements of them, you need to join the Ocala, Marion County Chamber and Economic Partnership. They put the word out. Plus, it's a great way to network with other folks and grow your business, as they say.
Oh, yeah. And Mike Fallon from Webster University will be on tomorrow morning at 9:05 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source to tell you all about that event.
There you go. All right, so I want to get to the stories about Ben Carson and about Kent Gwynn, Mayor Gwynn. But first, real quick, this cool tricks that the Tesla can do. 3 things, or just 3 of them. Automated lane changes. Automated lane changes.
Oh, okay.
Now, you think about this. You're driving down I-75, and you want to change lanes. You hit a button. It changes lanes for you. It makes sure it's safe.
Yeah, unless somebody's flying 100 miles an hour behind you. And then all of a sudden, there they are. I don't think so.
It says it scans your surroundings and changes lanes for you whenever it determines it's safe to do so. Wow.
Yeah, they better.
That sounds scary to me.
Yeah.
No more looking over your shoulder? Making sure somebody's not in your blind spot?
Nope.
Wow.
They better test that on Highway 200 and see if it's feasible. It's not going to happen.
The second upgrade in the new Tesla, it's the Tesla 7.0, by the way, the Model S software version 7.0, automatic emergency steering and side collision warnings. A feature that basically scans your area and determines whether objects are dangerously close to the side of your car. Once it detects an object close to your car, the car will alert you and you'll hopefully move to avoid it.
There you go. That's in conjunction with automatic lane changing.
Well, it sounds like you do it yourself. And the one that everybody is talking about is the automatic parallel parking.
Oh, okay. My mother's a great parallel parker. She nails it the first time, every time.
I used to be good. I'm not good at it anymore. It does require you to stay in practice.
Yeah, well, she does.
I think. With the newest software, the Tesla Model S will search out parking spots for you, first of all. So we knew this was coming. Remember, we had this a year ago or so.
Yeah, exactly.
It will look for the park. Can you imagine Christmas time? You come to the mall here, and you know how it is at Christmas time. The mall is packed. There's like no spaces except for one on the other side of the mall.
Exactly.
This software will tell you there's one on the other side of the mall. Now, the story we had last year said it would actually reserve your spot and claim it.
Yeah.
And so that the other smart cars would know somebody else already wants it. I don't have a smart car, so I could pull into there, and the guy driving it would be ticked off at me.
Exactly.
Hey, I reserved that spot.
Yeah. Well, you didn't tell me.
But anyway, so it'll search out the parking spot for you, and of course, getting to the parallel parking, it'll do the hard work of parallel parking if it's a parallel parking place. As Tesla explains, the auto park feature will take over your vehicle's steering and speed when you enable it, but you'll be able to stop it at any time simply by applying the brakes. Tesla has also added a beta feature called Auto Steer that keeps the car in the current lane and engages traffic-aware cruise control to maintain the car's speed. So you put it into cruise control if you're getting too close to the to the Amish horse and buggy in front of you.
Yes.
It'll slow down.
Again, check it out on Highway 200. Not going to happen.
Wow. All right. Which one?
That road every day.
You pick, Robin. What do you want to talk about first, Mayor Gwynn or Ben Carson?
Ben Carson.
You want to talk about Ben first? Okay. Well, Ben was in the Villages and in Kissimmee yesterday. If you were listening yesterday morning, you heard him on the show as a phone-in guest. Would have been cool to have him in the studio. Some of you may have gone to see him. If you did, I would love to hear from you. Let's see. For the second time in 2 weeks, Ben Carson comes out on top in a Republican presidential poll. Last week it was the CBS New York Times poll. Yesterday it was the new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, which showed Carson with 29% support compared to 23% for Donald Trump. Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz were next with 11% and 10% respectively. There's an article printed by Bloomberg, published by Bloomberg, giving us the 10 differences between Ben Carson and Donald Trump. Because neither candidate has ever held public office, they both have to get our approval based on what they've done in the private sector.
Yeah, and they're both incredible men.
Trump took up the family real estate business, bringing his business savvy in New York, turning millions into billions. In the process, he built more than one gleaming tower on the island of Manhattan and expanded his footprint to Atlantic City, Las Vegas, and more recently Washington, D.C. Ben Carson has accomplished things that were not about buildings but about human beings. He has pioneered a number of new life-saving surgeries as the director of pediatric neurosurgery at the Johns Hopkins Children's Center. When he took the position at the age of 33, he was the youngest person to ever hold a directorship at the distinguished institution. Ben Carson was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President George Bush in 2008, which is the highest civilian honor in the country. We mentioned that yesterday.
Yep.
And in 2001, the Library of Congress named him among the 89 living legends.
Nice.
89 living legends. And we didn't hear about him until a year ago or so.
Yeah, exactly.
Donald Trump grew up as the son of a multimillionaire. And Ben Carson was raised by a single mother in a poor, tough neighborhood in Detroit. So, in other words, Donald doesn't really know what it's like to be poor. Ben Carson does. In high school, Ben Carson enrolled in the JROTC and went on to attend college at Yale University. Trump attended the New York Military Academy as a young man and studied real estate at the Wharton School of University at the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. The religion part of this, I don't even know why it's even on here, but Trump is a Presbyterian. Carson is a Seventh-day Adventist. In August, Ben Carson wrote an op-ed explaining that one should never mistake soft-spokenness for weakness. We pointed that out yesterday as well. He speaks softly. As a pediatric neurosurgeon, Carson explained that composure and calmness helped him save a lot of lives on the operating table.
Oh, yeah, you've got little children there, and you don't want to lose them.
Trump, in his efforts to become the next president, has criticized Ben Carson for his calm demeanor, accusing him of having super low energy. Those are Donald Trump's words. Trump is proud of his own rhetorical style, which is a little bit more loud, which is not uncommon for a lot of us New Yorkers, by the way. As far as funding is going, I'm sure you know that Donald Trump is financing his own campaign. Ben Carson, however, with whatever he had, he was able to get the support of lots of small people who don't have much money, giving him a little bit, and that little bit adds up to a lot. An impressive $20.8 million in the most recent quarter alone.
That is impressive.
Much of that coming from small donors. Small donors. So
yeah, and to me, small donors outweigh the large donors.
Here's a big area. Donald Trump. I don't know how the minorities in general feel about him. You can bet that the Hispanics are not too happy with him. But you would think that the Hispanics would be more in line with Marco Rubio. Not necessarily so. The Hispanic community very much behind Ben Carson. That's an interesting little statistic right there.
Yeah. Well, he's for the underdog.
I want to tell you a little bit more. So I'll do a little bit more, and we'll finish the Ben Carson stuff up after the break, and then we'll talk about the Mayor Gwynn story.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Some fog around the area this morning, otherwise partly sunny and very warm again, with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, but probably dry at the coast. The high 87 to 91. Mainly clear tonight. Well, there may be some cloud and a shower in spots at the coast. Low 69 inland, 75 along the coast. For tomorrow, partly sunny with a passing shower or thunderstorm. The high 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood, and when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then, I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Looking for the best of the fall planting bargains? Check out this week's ad for Bob Wine's Camellia Garden. You'll find a vast array of your favorites at this year's lowest prices. I'm talking azaleas like dwarf ever-blooming red ruffles and a host of others, not $6.99, just $3.99. Fabulous heirloom camellias, budded and blooming. They're beautiful, just $14.99 for these beauties. Laura Pedlum, regularly $6.99, now just $3.99. Check out the BOGO on trees. Take your pick, any tree in stock, buy one at Bob's regular low price, and get a second tree just like it for half price. And say if you're thinking about a yard redo, then Bob Wines is the place. Great work on time for less bucks. Bob Wines Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 2. Homegrown, locally owned since 1952.
Veterans Day in the United States, also known as Armistice Day in other parts of the world, honors the many military who have fought for our freedom. It is also the anniversary of the signing of the armistice that ended World War I. Major hostilities formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. The folks at the Voice of South Marion join you in remembering military past and present. 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Real quickly, Veterans Light the Stars is happening this Sunday, November 8th, at the Ocala Marion County Veterans Memorial Park. You've probably heard the announcement. I just was reminded by that other announcement I just heard. The Kingdom of the Sun Concert Band will be presenting their show, as they are awesome, and there's 90-something members of this band orchestra. Les Muncaster is the conductor. He himself is a veteran. And he always insists that his shows are free. So go and have a good time. It'll be this Sunday. Bring a blanket. They don't have chairs there.
Nope.
Bring a blanket or a chair, whatever makes you comfortable.
Or both in a cooler.
Yeah, bring you goodies.
With beverages.
Yeah, just have a good time. Watch the music. These musicians are all volunteers. They range in age from teenager to 90-something.
Yes.
They range from all walks of life. We have doctors in the group. We have teachers in the group, students in the group, retirees, of course. And they don't get paid. They're all volunteers. So
they are always volunteer.
Kingdom of the Sun Concert Band is an outstanding band in our community. Les Muncaster is the guy who conducts them, all of that. I don't know where they rehearse. I wonder where they rehearse.
Yeah, I don't know. They might rehearse at Marion Technical Institute, maybe, because that's usually where they have their shows.
Oh, okay.
So they probably rehearse right there on the stage. Veterans
Light the Stars, this coming Sunday at 6:30 in the evening, 6:30. If it rains, it'll be postponed to November 9th, to the next day. Okay. And then join us in celebrating Veterans Day with Marion County Public Schools on Wednesday, November 11th, a week from tomorrow. At 11 a.m. at the Ocala Marion County Veterans Memorial Park. Same place you'll see the show that I was just talking about. It's a ceremony, and I'm sure you're familiar with it. They'll be doing taps, they'll be doing the 21-gun salute, and all of the things they normally do.
And Jeffrey Askew, head of the Veterans Services, was just issued a wonderful Lifetime Achievement Award, so that was pretty cool.
I definitely want to get to the mayor's story. So real quickly, the only thing else I want to say about the Ben Carson story is that it was just an honor to have him on yesterday. I'll kind of put everything aside. We'll talk about that later, but. And P.S. the books that he wrote arrived yesterday, but we gave them away already.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, they were. They sent 2, which was good. But.
Which was wonderful, very generous.
All right, let's talk about the story with the mayor.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, and this is kind of crazy to think that everybody hasn't heard the story already, but here's the gist of it. There was a posting on the internet by somebody who says he's anonymous. We'll just leave it at that for a second. And just to clear it up, as you know, there's a group called Anonymous. This is not that group. This is a guy who calls himself Anonymous. Whatever. He listed some senators and other politicians, including some mayors, including Ocala Mayor Kent Gwynn, as having been involved with the Ku Klux Klan. Their information is absolutely ridiculous. I was listening to Tom Schmitz yesterday talking about it, and he nailed it on the head that as a radio announcer, you definitely want to use words you're not supposed to use on the radio because it's so insane. We have been witness to Mayor Gwynn, very gentlemanly, very classy guy, at the temple. Oh, gosh.
It'll come to me in just
Chabad
a
Lubavitch?
moment.
Chabad?
Yeah. Chabad Lubavitch Jewish Center of Marion.
We went to an event, and it was an Upshurnish?
Upshurnish, yes.
Which is it's something I'm not familiar with, except that I learned it from Rabbi Hecht. Rabbi Hecht's son had his first haircut. That's a Jewish ceremony.
Yes.
A boy gets his haircut at 3 years old or something like that. It's a big ceremony. It's a big deal. They invited us as radio people. We made a little video of it. And if you go to that video, if you type in Rabbi Hecht,
Upshurnish,
Ocala, something like that, you will see Mayor Kent Gwynn speaking to the group. You will see Mayor Kent Gwynn wearing a yarmulke. And if you know anything about the KKK, it's not. They don't just hate black people; they also hate Jewish people.
Yeah, and they're anonymous too because they don't show their faces.
They don't show their faces. They don't show their faces. Well, anyway, so the mayor, of course, has denied any involvement with the Ku Klux Klan. If I were him, I wouldn't even buy Krispy Kreme donuts anymore. Just stay away from anything that starts with a K.
There you go.
Just don't go to Kmart anymore, Mayor.
No.
Just stay, if it's got a K, stay away from it.
Or the Kangaroo gas station. Forget that.
So anyway, I found this interesting because almost all of the news media is saying that the anonymous group did this. The story I found is that the anonymous group denies that they had anything to do with this. They are releasing a list of KKK members on Thursday.
There you go. They had work to do.
Anonymous says it is not releasing its list until Thursday. The group posted a notice on their Twitter account yesterday that says, quote, "This account has not yet released any information. We believe in due diligence and will not recklessly involve innocent individuals," unquote. And what do you think? I mean, do you think that if you have been called out as being a member of an organization that what am I looking for here? What word am I looking at? That paints you in a bad way, that undermines your accomplishments and all of that. Isn't that some kind of there's something illegal about that, right?
Oh, sure, I would think so.
Libel or something like that?
Yeah, slanderous. Sure.
The mayor of Lexington, Kentucky, was also named. He says he's not a member of the Ku Klux Klan, same as the Ocala mayor. Anonymous postings, lowercase a, anonymous postings saying otherwise are false, insulting, and ridiculous. This guy's name is Jim Gray. The city's Democratic mayor was responding to the release of names of purported KKK members, of which he was listed. And even the anonymous group says they had nothing to do with this. So It is really a crazy, crazy story. And I've been looking on Facebook, too, and some people say, have you seen this? This is a disgrace. Gosh, it is so easy for people to believe what they read.
Exactly.
It's just disgusting. Do I have a phone call?
I don't know.
Good morning. Do I have somebody there?
Yeah, you have a phone call.
Hey, Beth.
Good morning. Hi. Well, two things. First is a question just out of curiosity. Is the mayor Jewish?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
He went to the occasion and wore the yarmulke. But
he wasn't invited like us. We went there.
Yeah, I forgot to put mine on. I went through the back door. I didn't know there was a box of yarmulkes at the front. I have a big head, so it wouldn't have fit me anyway. But
yeah, so we were there.
Well, anyway, but then the next thing was, KKK isn't too big on Catholics either.
Right.
My mother.
Right.
Yeah. My mother has memories of spending summers in way upstate New York and having a cross burnt on their lawn. And she was just a little girl, and here, of course, they were adults, and they just burnt this cross to show them what's what, I guess.
Yeah.
And they don't like anybody. I can't believe they're religious in any way. Not really. If they knew Christ, they wouldn't be burning crosses anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
They do have a nice tasting donut, though. That Krispy Kreme is a good donut.
Oh, yum.
Boycott.
And I always gas up at the Kangaroo, so now I'm worried. Well, anyway, for what it's worth, I thought I'd just throw that in there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a good point. They're also anti-Catholic. Thank you, Beth.
They're anti-everybody. All right.
They hate everybody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But see, and okay, thank you. And the mayor doesn't hate anybody. Gosh,
he's wonderful.
He's such a good guy. The Ku Klux Klan was founded after the Civil War by former Confederate soldiers to fight against the reforms imposed by the North during Reconstruction. That's what it says on the website.
Mm-hmm.
It had a huge national resurgence in the 1920s on a wave of anti-immigrant sentiment, largely fueled by bigotry against Jews, Catholics, and blacks.
Yeah.
So those are the three groups that they're not happy with.
I know, it's disgusting.
So.
It really is. They just need to be.
Anyway, and if that's disgusting, then so is the idea that somebody else who is I don't know, who's not doing his due diligence has decided to just name some people willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And include the guy who we already know. I mean, I don't know too many upper echelon people.
No.
And they don't they don't admit to knowing me, but
no.
but I we know him a little bit, and we know a few people. But
yeah, no, Mayor Gwynn, he's one of the best. And
Gwynn at a news conference yesterday, he denied that he has any involvement with the KKK, nor has he had any. He called it an absolute lie. He said he despises everything that they stand for. The anonymous individual posted the list to Twitter. Some media reports have linked the individual to the hacker group called Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
However, both the individual and Anonymous deny that they are related. The guy who posted says, "Oh, I'm not that anonymous. I'm just anonymous."
Yeah, I'm not telling my name. I don't want you guys coming after me.
And I thought if it was the Anonymous, the famous Anonymous,
yes,
the one with the goofy mask,
right,
then I was going to do some hacking of my own.
Yes,
because I hacked into his account too.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, kind of. I Googled it. I Googled letters sent by Anonymous.
Uh-huh.
And there was one to Ann Landers, and it was about a problem wetting the bed. And I thought, now, isn't that something?
There you go.
Anonymous admits right there to Ann Landers.
Exactly.
All those years ago about wetting the bed.
That's right. That's right.
But anyway, just trying to be silly. But but the point is, it was a crazy story. I think Tom and Buddy did an awesome job yesterday. Buddy went to the
press conference.
The press conference, and,
he was there.
Tom did his best to get it was hard to hear because a phone. You're holding up a phone at a news conference.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard. Yeah.
Hard to run wires and microphones.
All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. Galen Unold is up next. We'll get his 2 cents on this. So I saw a few calls trying to get in at the last second there. If you want to call during Galen's time, I suppose you'd be welcome to do that. We'll be right back.
broadcast